Since 1999, Classical Theatre of Harlem has made an impassioned commitment to bring theatrical productions and theater-based education programs for free or at little cost to Harlem residents uptown. And here with me now to discuss how they continue to serve the community is producing artistic director Ty Jones and Tony Award nominee Kara Young being with us this morning. Hello. Good morning to both of you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, look, we like our credentials. We like credentials, especially coming off of the Tony season just now. You are a Tony nominee for which production were you? And congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I was in Clyde's by the incredible two-time Pulitzer Prize winning playwright Lynn Nottage, directed by Kate Risky, produced by Second Stage.
Okay. And right now you're rehearsing a play, if I understand.
Yes, I'm rehearsing 12th Night, directed by Carl Cofield at the Classical Theatre of Harlem.
Let's segue into this, Ty, because 12th Night we all know is Shakespeare.
Yes.
You know, one of the things that you all have promoted is trying to make Shakespeare more accessible than our English teachers did in high school and college in my particular case. But just talk about the importance of what you all do with the theater.
Well, our mission at Classical Theatre of Harlem is to maintain and to nurture the next audience, the 21st century audience for these great works of classics. And I just want to personally thank you for having us on because we want to raise the visibility of the company. We've been around since 1999, and we want folks like the Mackenzie Scotts and the Robert Smiths of the world to know who we are. And in doing so, we try to make sure that folks know that above 96th Street, we're the only organization that has produced classics, new works, musicals, and revivals. So we're proud to do this in the neighborhood in which we were founded. Like I like to call it the capital of New York City, Harlem.
Well, I'm a capital resident of your capital, so yes, I'll take that. But all right, let's talk about the importance of what you're doing, you know, because why would you say coming off of the last 2 years that we did, you know, you've got remote learning, some would say introductions through the traditional avenues, being in, you know, school and stuff, was a little interrupted, you know, to some degree. Just tell us about the importance of making sure that arts are accessible, you know, to all of our young people.
Yeah, without question, arts, it's a necessity. And I think sometimes we get put on the back burner. But I think one of the things that we did throughout the last 2 years was to tether ourselves to the Harlem Renaissance. We're celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Harlem Renaissance. We're talking about a period of time where black folks, actually it was a very diverse community 100 years ago, who were under siege. They did not have access, don't mean to be anachronistic here, but like to health care. There were issues with police brutality, political representation. So that community had to look to each other to have the critical conversations of the day that eventually led to an Adam Clayton Powell, that eventually led to a Harlem hospital. And I feel that folks today need to understand that once again, we're going to have to look to ourselves to be self-determined, to make sure that we have the things that we need to be contributing citizens in our society. And oftentimes, the way you get those people together is through the arts.
All right, Kara Young, you were a young person, some artistic work person, you know, contributor, something inspired you. Tell me about your inspiration to pursue this as a passion.
Well, to continue along what Ty was talking about, the importance of the work that Classical Theatre of Harlem is doing for Harlem is to bring community together. And there's nothing more important than community, especially in Harlem right now. I mean, I'm a Harlem resident. I'm born and bred in Harlem. And I feel like Marcus Garvey Park doing theater out in the world, in a park, in a historical park, AKA Mount Morris Park, is just a beautiful offering to the community, especially after a pandemic. I know Seize the King was last year, and that was also an offering, but we are also still in a pandemic, and for those people who didn't go to the theater, who weren't able to go inside, who didn't want to go inside, they can come outside with it and come through and bring the whole family, and it's free.
Yeah, no barriers to access whatsoever, free for all. Stroll your child up in there.
Yes.
Let me ask you, Ty, one of the things we also talked about is that you all are also trying to find a permanent residence. Tell me about that, where things stand. Bring us up to speed.
So look, I think with any arts organization, particularly over the last 2 years, if you had a venue, you had an opportunity to see some upside on in this upcoming year. We are looking for our North Star. Our North Star is a home. And we want the kind of home where we can look to other organizations in Harlem, venerable institutions like Harlem Opera, Harlem Chamber Players, and others, to create like the Harlem Classical Arts Complex. The idea is that I want to be able to create a space and have a space where the 10-year-old version of us can call an artistic home. It's that simple. And you know, we're in the infancy of it all. You know, we still need to raise a lot of money. We still need to be able to enroll politicians and you know, it's a real estate game is no joke in New York City. Sharks in the water and blood's everywhere. But at the end of the day, that's our North Star. We want a home, and we hope that we will achieve that within the next few years or so.
Name it, claim it.
Name it, claim it. That's right. That's right.
Well, for anyone looking for more information, Ty, what is the website?
Anyone looking for information about the Classical Theatre of Harlem, you can go to our website at cthnyc.org. You can also look at our handles on Instagram, Classical Harlem, Twitter, and also if you get an opportunity to come see our work, please come say hello, because I'll be there every single night, greeting everyone that we possibly can to let them know that this is their space.
And Kara Young,
Yes.
12th Nights and rehearsals, just when can we see it? And just if you can say, I know
Yes,
a lot of things
course.
you can't really
I can
say.
Performances start July 5th. We end the 29th. We open on the 9th of July. Come through, celebrate with us. Let's make some beautiful offerings on this space in Marcus Garvey Park. I cannot wait to be in Harlem, where I was born. I was born in Harlem Hospital. I still live in Harlem. My parents still live in Harlem. I'm just really incredibly excited to be doing this uptown. You know, let's bring audiences uptown too.
Absolutely. The pleasure was all ours today, Ty and Kara. Continued success to both of you, and we'll stay in touch and see how you're doing, okay?
Thank you so much.
That's going to do it for us today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Antoine Lewis. For all of us here at Fox 5, we thank you so much for the company. We'll see you next time for more Street Talk.